Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back, friends. The glass shattered against my gown before I even heard the gasp. Red bled into the white lace like a wound spreading. Her hand still hovered, empty, the stem of the wine glass already on the floor, shards glittering like teeth. "Oops," she whispered, her lips curled into a grin sharp enough to cut. Every guest saw it. My humiliation wasn't private, it was a spectacle. I felt their stares. My chest burned, but my face stayed calm. She wanted a scene. She wanted tears. She wanted me to crumble before I even said I do. She had no idea. I'd been waiting for this moment. First time I met Margaret, she hugged me too tightly. Her perfume choked me roses with the scent of rot underneath. She called me sweet girl and kissed my cheek, but her eyes inspected me the way you'd check fruit for bruises. Back then, I thought she was just protective, a mother unwilling to let her son go. I smiled through her probing questions, through the stories she told about his ex-girlfriend, always brighter, thinner, better. When my fiancé wasn't looking, she whispered warnings. "He's impulsive. He doesn't always choose well. Don't give up your career for him. It might not last." It was a slow poison, not meant to kill, just to weaken. I brushed it off. Love makes you generous, naive, but poison accumulates. The signs became clearer once the engagement ring slid onto my finger. She forgot to invite me to family dinners. She accidentally left me out of group photos. She'd smile in front of my fiancé, but behind him, she'd lean close and say, "Are you sure you're ready for this?" He gets restless. I never confronted her. That would have given her what she wanted, proof of my instability. Instead, I waited, because people like her can't help themselves. Eventually, they show their teeth. And she did. On my wedding day, the church smelled of lilies and old wood. Guests filled every pew. My heart beat steady. I had rehearsed calm the way soldiers rehearse drills. Then came the glass, the spill, the grin. It wasn't an accident. It was her victory lap. But she underestimated me. I disappeared for 20 minutes. To the guests, I was the bride repairing her dress. To Margaret, I was licking my wounds. What I was really doing was finishing what I'd started weeks earlier. Revenge requires patience, precision, and documentation. Every cruel text she'd sent, every voicemail dripping with disdain, I had saved them. Every time she lied to her son, claiming she'd never said such things, I had proof. She had a secret, too, one she guarded with desperation, the affair. I hadn't gone looking for it. It fell into my lap one afternoon when her phone lit up beside me. Her lover's name bloomed across the screen. A man, not her husband, a man from her church choir. I didn't confront her. I gathered screenshots, photos, a copy of a hotel bill accidentally left in her purse. I built a case without a courtroom, and I chose my wedding day as the execution. I walked back into the reception hall, not with a ruined gown, but with purpose. I had changed into the backup dress I'd hidden away, a sleek ivory slip, clean and untouched. Gasps followed me as I stepped back into the light. Whispers curled through the crowd. Margaret sat smug at her table, her wine glass refilled, her lipstick perfect. She thought she'd won. I took the microphone from the DJ. My hands didn't tremble. "Accidents happen," I said, my eyes finding hers. "But secrets always come out." I motioned to the projector screen behind me. My maid of honor, already in on the plan, pressed play. The room went silent. First, a series of texts. Her words in black and white. "She's not good enough for him. She's just after his money. I'll make sure this wedding doesn't happen." Gasps. A murmur rippled through the room. Her husband shifted in his chair. Then, the photos. Margaret in a hotel lobby, leaning too close to a man who wasn't her husband, the timestamp visible in the corner. Finally, the voicemail. Her voice unmistakable. "Don't tell my husband, he'd never forgive me." I watched her face unravel. She stood, her chair scraping hard against the floor. "This is a lie," she shrieked. But the evidence hung heavy in the air. Her husband's face was stone. Her church friends whispered, recoiling. The guests weren't looking at me anymore. They were looking at her, exactly as planned. She left the hall in a storm of whispers and snapping cameras. The red wine she'd spilled on me was nothing compared to the blood she'd spilled on her own name. The rest of the night felt different, freeing. My fiancé held me tighter, Guests toasted louder. The laughter was real, not polite. I danced until my feet ached, while Margaret's absence grew louder than any sound.
Thanks for watching PastQuest. If you enjoyed the journey into history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the past. See you in the next quest.